What's up, Gen Family? What's up, Gen Family? If you don't know, this episode was promised last season. You know what I mean? And I'm glad it's happening now. Under independently. We not in nobody's studio, nothing like that. We in the house where I think I've changed your diaper in. Yeah, that's exactly where we at. Yeah, so let's drop a bomb to that
Brightest
one.
the family in this one. True.
This is a history within itself. So let's all welcome Uriah to the show. What's up, sis? How are you?
Like I said before, managing.
When did everything change for you? Like when did that shift change? Like far as like emotions and expectations and friends, family. When did all that change?
Dang, it's been a minute. Started noticing stuff, like at least with me. I guess during the pandemic, and I mean, it's kind of cliche to say, especially since you probably talk to a lot of people my age, and they
Mm-hmm.
probably say the same thing. Especially people going through things like anxiety, depression, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I would say, really during that time, I started really trying to reflect on myself, start seeing myself, things, the good, the bad,
Mm-hmm.
recognizing certain emotions and stuff like that. And all in all, just trying to better myself as a person as a whole. And I mean, 2020, that was like 2 years ago, about to be three. Dang, time fly.
Mm-hmm. You'll say around like 15, 16,
Yeah.
around that time. Yeah, I would say the same for me as well. Cause like I said, I think our circumstances was different because I had to grow up way quicker than you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was out here acting wild, acting different, but that's expected. I'm a boy, so growing into a man, so we gotta like find out what we can do, what we can't do. Well, and dad was always down my back, so I think like I actually thanked him. I think one time, it just like I didn't know what because I was the only child for 10 years,
Yeah.
only child. So, of course, it was me and Tyke. Now Sean was in the picture at the time, so it was like family oriented. But, of course, I had my friends and all that. But I just felt like it was a piece missing, especially in my father's parenting, and it was just like I seen like once he had you, or he told me he was about to have you, it was just like I seen a different step in him. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like we never talked about like women or what I'm saying, like relationships, things like that. But it was like now, it was like he's having a daughter now. It's like, yo, man, you gotta be like this, you gotta be like this, you gotta be like that. And I'm like, when did all this like come about? You know what I'm saying? But I just knew like he knew he was bringing his daughter into a world, and he got to raise a protector now. Now it was way more pressure on me because now I got to babysit. I gotta pretty much I wouldn't say raise you, but it was to the point where I had to sense my comfortability in, of course, having a sister and then being a brother at that too, because now that's a different responsibility. So my change, I would say 14 for sure, but I think once it was like and I think around that time you were 4, so it was like at that time where you was walking, learning how to talk, doing all this to where it was like it's real. Yeah, I learned how to better my decisions, and I was just like, yo, I got somebody who I really gotta do this for, and then it was just like I didn't really have pressure as in setting an example because I knew I was walking in the right steps for you to see, and I wasn't. It was no pressure on that, but at the end of the day, pops made sure it was pressure. So now you're about to be 17, right? So I don't want to talk your head off because you are the guest of the show of the day. So, um, how is like I would say now because like I said, my generation and my world was different from yours. So how is making friends? How is setting trends? How is following trends? How is like pretty much being yourself in a follow me world? How is that like?
Yeah, of course, being younger and stuff like that, it really didn't affect me as much. I did say, I mean, I have friends and all, but I really wasn't like, wouldn't say like one of the popular ones. When that would probably like. I mean, I'll try to make friends, and of course, I succeeded and such. But at the same time, I was still, I would say, at the lower end of the barrel. Like I was like maybe the quiet one, the one where other people be gossiping and stuff like that. I would just try to stay to myself, not wanting to be in drama and stuff like that. And as I got older, as I started getting around certain people and stuff like that, I would. I'm not gonna lie. I did find myself within like those type of spaces, especially I was especially being the type of person I was jumping from friend group to friend group almost every single year.
Yeah, yeah.
I just couldn't keep people around from being that type of way in the first place.
Mhm.
As well as even now, like even now, I would say I changed as a person, but that's obvious. Obvious, I wasn't going to be that way forever,
Right,
especially in the
right.
type of world this is. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do say I did see myself changing, and I wouldn't say it was in a positive way. I'm saying as trying to, in a way, I wouldn't call myself a follower, but at the same time, just being someone who didn't want to be left behind.
Right, right. You was
And
afraid that you were missing something.
yeah,
Okay.
afraid I was just missing life for how it is. But even at the end of the day, I wouldn't say it's like you're missing life. I would say you're just finding life in your own type of way. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that was probably like that when they were younger. Probably still like that now, but it's like it's okay to be like that. To be honest, it's okay to stay out of drama than be in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's some of your inspirations? Like what do you want to be just after like high school, and we can of course I know you probably want to go to college. So just like far as dream goals.
After high school, even though I'm trying to do it now, I just really, and I mean really, just want to work on myself.
Mhm.
And I'm not just talking like physically, I mean like in every aspect of myself,
Mhm.
especially as a human being, as of course. Find myself truly, fully for who I am
Yeah.
and who I want to be as a person.
Do you think like what role do you think that you have to take so you can be your full healed self?
I kind of want to, what they call the inner child and stuff like that. I'm not saying I had a bad childhood because my childhood was
Oh, you
far from
definitely.
bad.
Don't get
But
the nope, nope. I'm first hand. I seen that 4K.
it's definitely not that. But back to just being afraid of being left alone, I do want to contribute back to that. I mean, just because you're alone doesn't mean you have to be lonely.
Right, right. Ooh, okay. All right.
Just trying to tackle things like that and stuff like that in a way, trying to heal every aspect where I went wrong in my life. And I'm kind of scared for these kids growing up on technology now because it's like probably like the last generations that really can say they had like a childhood that wasn't just purely technology, like going outside, getting in trouble.
Yeah,
Shoot, I remember,
definitely.
I remember one time that I know they used to be getting mad at me because I was a rough kid as a, especially since I was a girl. I think they was mad because I was so rough as a girl.
Mhm.
I used to be
Mhm.
getting those green stains on my pants and everything. But, and I'm not gonna lie, I hope like figured like found things that a person, especially at the age I was at, that did harm me in certain ways. You can probably get a hint of what I'm hinting at and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I feel like I can say like the younger me, of course, like I said, I had friends and stuff like that, but I was the odd one out kinda still.
Right.
And I wouldn't say I'm really that person now. I'm not saying I'm the odd one out, but even so I still can like see that younger me in me. And I know like of course, like I was young, so I didn't realize it, but I know how much that kind of hurt when I was younger.
Right. Mhm.
So I guess like things like that, focusing on healing that, trying to, even though I say it now, actually trying to believe that it's okay to be that way, because not everyone has to be a social butterfly. Not everyone has to be the life of the party, know everything
Right.
and stuff like that. It's okay to be to yourself. I would say just don't cover yourself to the point in which you're in like a feeling of abandonment, loneliness, depression, because that's like the last place you want to be.
Yeah. Continue living life. Don't try to be perfect. Like literally just live. Like make mistakes because is that's the only way you're gonna learn from it. Because I was trying to be a golden child at one point, and I was just like, come on, I like to do this. I like to hang around my peoples. I like to do this. I want to, hang out. So I know within that, hanging out or hanging with my peoples, something going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to learn something in a way. So I just know, like, I just want, of course, the best for you. And I know what's best for you is just being yourself. Because, like I always say, too, in episodes as well, when you be yourself, it attracts so much great energy, so many positive affirmations to you. And everything that you wish for is going to come to you because you're being yourself. You ain't doing nothing out of the ordinary just to fit in, blend in, keep people around you. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know you were in a shell, I should say. And yeah, for
That's
sure.
not the first time I've heard
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it won't be the last, but I know you have a lot of life to experience. So it's just all about on um your timing. It's not about us because of course we're gonna worry about you always, probably until you old. Always. You know what I mean? So it's literally so it's all on you. That's my advice because of course, we want the best for you. Don't let it take away from your life, like you're experiencing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I know a lot of the things up there, it can be like, I don't feel like doing this today. Sometimes you got to fight that. You got to push yourself through because it's like certain times is to where like your mental can be jail, like literally jail. And it just keeps you boxed in for 24 hours, let you out an hour. So you might get that little hour is what they call bipolarness. That's how I put it because like your mental health is the jail. So that's the 23-hour lockdown. That 1 hour is to where it's like, oh, you might come out, laugh, be like, oh, I want to do this today. Or you might see you somewhere, oh, hey, girl, what's up, man? Da, da, da. And everybody thinks you're okay, this, that, and the third, until it's time to go back to the cell. And now it's just like, well, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on lockdown. So that's why I always wanted to tell you as well. Just know it's all on your timing. Like it's not about making us happy, your friends happy, nothing. It's all about when you want to blossom, when you want to, say, you know what, it's that time. Because I know, you know what I'm saying, that's what trauma does to you. And I just like I said, I don't want it to waste your life. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot to live, and I know you've seen a lot, you experienced a lot to this day because of what you see on social media, this, that, and the third. So
social media, real life, all of it is just a lot.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'll do this. If you had to tell your younger self, I would
I
say,
was thinking that maybe
yeah,
like
if
leave
you
a
had to tell
message,
your
but that
younger
seemed
self,
corny.
if you had to tell your younger self something that you've learned, that you've experienced now, and that they can learn from now just to, overcome that fear, what would you tell that?
I would say it's okay, especially in those moments where you felt more sensitive than usual, when the world felt like it was against you, when you felt like you had no one there, just because of the way you were, when you were scared of coming out of your shell, scared of darkness. I would say it's okay that you're not alone and that you will never be alone. I feel like if I knew that like a long time ago, I would probably been so much better than I am
This is history.
now.
This is history. But nah, it says you always got, I'm a phone call away. If you need anything, I know, like I said, people don't know you're hurt, you know what I mean? So yeah, like you got us, you got yourself, you strong, you know what I mean? So never let that get you tied up in anything. So like I said, I'm here for you. Come on, give me a hug. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on this video. I know it done got real emotional just now, but make some noise for my sister. You know what I mean? She came through. It's definitely different from
On
the
a
last
sick
time.
day.
On a sick day. On a sick day. You know what I'm saying? It still put up numbers. So I appreciate you, sis. Yet again, this won't be the last time for sure. This is the first segment to kicking it with my youngins. Y'all know I've announced these segments, so like I'm just giving y'all things that y'all can learn from, things y'all need to do with y'all siblings, with y'all daughters, sons, nieces, nephews, all that. Like it doesn't matter. There's no age limit on game, and y'all don't know what these young kids are doing. They're seeing. They're hurting. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot to express. So you got to make it comfortable for them. And why not do it on my platform? Spill the Gems is probably the most comfortable place to where you can kick it, speak your mind, express yourself, expand your business. I'll see y'all next time on Spill the Gems. Boy Sizzle here from Spill the Gems podcast. And make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for a new episode, new gems, new guests, and new information. So be sure to tap in.